Hi, welcome back to Zach of All Trades. I'm Zach, and today I've got big news. Two days ago, my family and I finally got all of our junk all loaded up, and finally, yeah, I brought the rooster, finally got on the road. And after something like about 27 and a half hours driving, we have finally arrived up north. I really didn't take much video at all of all the loading process and the trip itself because, to be quite honest, I was quite overloaded. My brain was just completely stacked with all the stuff that had to get done and had to get packed in and timeline and all this and that. But we've finally done it. We've finally got all of our stuff here. I may sort of put up the camera and let you see while I deconstruct my packing job so you can see some of the stuff that I did. There was a couple of things that I did I was pretty proud of. There was a number of things that I did that were more like maybe embarrassing, but it all held together. Everything functioned properly, and we finally got it all here. All of our stuff and our family and our critters are now here. We have moved. While making preparations for this big move, one of the considerations that had to be made was for our flock of chickens. See, we have a dozen chickens that are part livestock, and truthfully, they're part pets as well. So we didn't really just want to leave them behind and get a new flock of chickens. It probably would have been a lot easier, but we determined that that wasn't the thing to do. So the things that I had to figure out were twofold. I had to figure out how to transport them in the back of the truck, and I also had to figure out some sort of a residence for them for as soon as we got here, because until I get something built for them, they have to stay in their containers in the back of the truck. So I've devised this rapid deploying chicken house that I'm going to see how quickly I can get put up. Just for the record, as I'm starting this project, it is 17 minutes after 11 on Christmas Eve. So the first thing I got to figure out how to do is to get these panels down from the top of the truck by myself without damaging myself. I never have really been a very big fan of these bungees, but it seems as though under the right circumstances for the right job, these might actually be just the ticket. So in order to get just one down, I'm going to hook the bottom three together. I'm also going to hook the bottom one to the rack. Let's see how this works. Now, from the get-go, when I was planning this chicken house, I had planned to be able to do it all by myself, just in case I wasn't able to get any help. But in this occasion, I had a bonus. My brother-in-law was in town for Christmas, and he was able to come down and help me out. So that's the other dude you see in the video. Thanks for the help, Glenn. Now that I've got all the straps off the top of it, I should be able to just pull down one without the rest of them coming after me. Brilliant. All right, let's bring this over here. About there. And I guess we can just set it on down. And we'll do the same for the rest of them. All right, so now that we've got all the panels laid out, I have all the parts in here, and it's 30 after. We're doing pretty well. And what a difference a day makes, huh? I got to working on the chicken house, and my intention had been to film it as an individual feature. I was going to do a whole video on the quick deploying chicken coop, but I had some technical difficulties with the camera. You know, that kind where you forget to push the button to record. Well, by the time that I figured it out, it was already too late and I had already messed up the whole sequence. So I just said to heck with it. I finished putting it all up because my chickens needed a place to sleep. Oh yeah, and like I said, what a difference a day makes. Let me show you what happened. Well, yeah, there was that. So in the time between the last filming and now, which I think has been 2 days, it has turned from brown to this. And in fact, it turned from brown to this all overnight. I mean, that's kind of goes without saying, but it's a winter wonderland, we'll just say. So now let me show you what I got going on with this chicken coop. Yeah, you guys are just gonna have to put up with the roosters. This chicken coop was an 8x8 dog run that we bought from one of our old neighbors for, I think, $200. And in the interest of trying to put up a rapid shelter for our chickens, not knowing what the conditions would be or what have you, I decided that we'd put that up, which was a pain to transport here, but it was very much worth it. And then for the roof, excuse me, chickens, look out, look out. To make the bows for the roof, I took extras of the clamps here that hold the corners together, and I bought extra long carriage bolts for right here. I think they're 6 or possibly 8 inches long. I don't want to take it off of there because my thing might fall down here. But I got some extra ones of those, and with 10-foot PVC pipe, it makes a beautiful bow over the top of it, which you can see is supporting snow pretty well. It's not a ton of snow, but it is supporting snow. The plastic that I used to surround it was 3.5 mil, I think it was 10-foot by 25-foot rolls. There was a 2-pack of them at Home Depot, and so I just went with the first roll, I went over that direction, and then with the second roll, I went this direction and gorilla taped them together where I needed to, and my chickens, all 12 of them, I want to say, if I didn't say it already, that it was 80 degrees when we left the place where we formerly lived. When we got up here, I think it was 25, maybe. It got down to 16 degrees one night, or 17 degrees rather, and all 12 of my chickens are quite happy, and one of them has even actually laid an egg. And now here it is, no less than a month later, and I'm hoping I can finally finish this video for you. Man, this one's gotten drug out. All of my time, though, recently has been spent sort of feathering the nest of this house that we moved into. We moved into a house that is complete to drywall, which means that I had to, in order to make it livable, I had to first put in the flooring, and then put in a toilet, and then put in a water heater, and etc., etc. So we finally gotten that all done. We're living in the house now instead of staying with relatives, and we can finally sort of, I can kind of take my foot off of the gas a little bit and slow down and actually get back to making videos. I guess I'm maybe not a very good YouTuber because all that other stuff that I did would have made pretty good videos, but I think, as I've mentioned in the past, I don't multitask all that well, so I decided that it was more important to concentrate on doing the things rather than filming me partially doing the things. So that's where we're at. Because of our change in sort of location and lifestyle, etc., the content of this channel will change a little bit, not necessarily in the underlying theme of doing things for yourself and sort of self-sufficiency, and I don't know that we necessarily fit into homesteading so much, but just doing things for yourself. The content will change because of the availability of projects and things that we have really that we'll be doing. There will be a bunch of sort of forestry maybe in the future. There's going to be maybe some timber framing stuff of some sort. There's going to be some gardening. There's going to be, one of the things that I'm really excited about is a vineyard that I'm going to be hopefully sort of resurrecting. There will be more story, of course, behind that. And oh, by the way, all 12 of our chickens are still alive. Everybody's still happy. We had an occasion a couple of nights ago where a raccoon came by and grabbed the rooster by the leg through the chain link here. The rooster screamed like crazy. The raccoon let go and was on his way back into the woods by the time I got outside. But everybody was uninjured. I didn't finish the story about how I transported the chickens. It was in banker's boxes. These banker's boxes that you see in the back there, I put 2 chickens per banker's box, put some high moisture food in there, and made sure that they had some water, and we carried them all the way. Stick around, it's just getting good. We're finally, all the stuff that I've been preparing to do or learning to do in the last 4 or 5 years of this channel, we're finally getting to sort of live it out. So I hope that you will stick around. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and you know, the notification bell and all that stuff, so that you'll see whenever we put out some new stuff. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you watching, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care.